Okay, let's just dive right in. Today on The Explainer, we're looking at a tool that is honestly designed to completely eliminate a massive headache for anyone dealing with quality management. We're unpacking the Bizmanualz Competence and Awareness Procedure for ISO 9001-2015, also known as QP 1070. Now, as you know, ISO 9001 is the global gold standard for quality management. Well, this right here is the ultimate toolkit to help you easily and very clearly prove your personnel's competence to that exact standard. If you're managing quality, HR, or compliance, you're definitely going to want to pay close attention to this one.
So let me just ask you a quick question. Do you need to meet ISO 9001-2015 competence requirements today? Like, imagine an auditor walks right into your facility this afternoon and says, "Hey, show me the documented proof that every single person affecting product quality is fully competent, properly trained, and totally aware of their responsibilities." Are you actually ready to prove that? For a lot of businesses, that question alone causes instant panic. Gathering all those records, aligning them with the standard, man, it can be a total nightmare if you don't have a structured system ready to go. So, the absolutely crucial point here is having the right tools. And that brings us to exactly what we're looking at today. Basically, QP 1070 is a comprehensive, totally ready-to-use MS Word manual. It's specifically designed to ensure personal competence and awareness based on their education, their training, skills, and experience. And hey, this isn't just high-level theory. This is an instant, tailored, downloadable solution to your ISO compliance headache. You buy it, you download it, and boom, you immediately have an editable Word template that you can just customize to fit your company perfectly.
What's really interesting here is how clearly this manual delegates the workload. It literally stops the whole, wait, who's supposed to do what argument dead in its tracks. Inside the manual, the responsibilities are just mapped out beautifully. Department managers, they're explicitly tasked with ensuring the competence of their team, reviewing records, and developing individual training plans. Meanwhile, human resources is responsible for making sure the actual training opportunities are available and for securely maintaining those competence records for everybody. And finally, general managers take on the job of defining the minimum competency requirements for the positions under them. It just creates this seamless, highly accountable loop.
And having this structure already built out for you, it is an incredible time saver. 24. That's the number of fully formatted, professionally structured pages you get the absolute second you download this product. Imagine just staring at a blank screen, right? Trying to write an entire ISO-compliant manual from scratch. Instead, you're instantly handed 24 pages of completed groundwork.
And to put an even finer point on it, 3,926. That is the exact number of pre-written words included in this manual. We're talking nearly 4,000 words of highly specific, compliance-ready text that you just no longer have to draft, review, or second-guess. You literally just edit it to match your specific company details and you're good to go.
All right, let's look at what's inside the manual, starting with the procedure activities.
Let's actually open this toolkit up and look at the real meat of the document, the specific procedures it guides you through day by day. This brilliantly illustrates just how comprehensive this product really is. You aren't just getting one generic basic policy, you're getting 8 distinct ready-to-use procedure activities. It covers the entire life cycle of your staff. It starts out with the new employee section and new employee orientation, then it seamlessly moves right into employee development planning and ongoing training. But it doesn't stop there. Crucially, for ISO 9001, it includes procedures for evaluating training effectiveness and handling competence-documented information. And it wraps up with employee performance and employee awareness. Every single base is covered to ensure your workforce is sharp and, most importantly, your auditors are happy.
Moving on to the ready-to-use forms, which includes both forms and sample job descriptions.
Now, high-level procedures are fantastic, but how do you actually execute them out on the floor? Well, this is where the manual transitions from a broad policy document into an actionable daily toolkit. Just look at these 6 essential forms included right in the package. You get an employee competence matrix, which, by the way, is absolute gold for getting a quick bird's-eye view of your team's skills. You get the employee development plan, plus both group and individual training record forms. I mean, these are the exact pieces of paper or digital files an auditor is going to ask to see as proof. You also get sample job descriptions and a communications plan. The formatting is completely done. You literally just fill in the blanks. So how does this all actually come together? Well, the manual provides step-by-step instructions that create a super simple 3-step flow. Step 1, you use the guide to identify the specific competence requirements for each job function. Step 2,
You take those brilliant forms we just talked about and use them to assess and document your employee's current competence against those exact requirements. And step 3, you implement the provided highly effective awareness program to make sure everyone knows exactly how their day-to-day work impacts product quality. It takes this really complex ISO standard and just turns it into a simple 1, 2, 3 process.
And honestly, they leave no stone unturned here, right down to the specific terminology. The manual includes a clear definitions section to make sure you have total company-wide clarity. For example, it officially defines a probationary employee as someone subject to testing or a trial to determine their fitness for a job or task for a limited time period. Whether it's a brand new hire or, occasionally an underperforming employee put on probation, having this explicitly defined in your documentation prevents internal disputes and completely satisfies audit scrutiny.
So, as you can see, this is really built to save you time by being editable and instant. I really want to emphasize the core value proposition of what Bizmanualz has done here, because this isn't just about compliance. It's about reclaiming your schedule. Look at this side-by-side comparison for a second. On the left side, writing from scratch. That means staring at blank pages, spending days or maybe even weeks drafting, and relying on pure guesswork to figure out if what you just wrote actually meets ISO standards. Then, on the right, the Bizmanualz QP 1070 experience. You get editable MS Word templates, it's an instant download the very moment you check out, and there is zero guesswork because it's entirely pre-mapped and customizable to exactly what ISO 9001:2015 demands. It's kind of like taking the express lane straight to compliance.
Let's talk about the payoff, the guarantee, and your next steps.
We've seen what's in the box. We've seen how much time it's going to save you. So now let's talk about the ultimate benefit to your organization. The bottom line is this: meeting ISO 9001:2015 requirements is not just some bureaucratic checkbox. It is absolutely essential for maintaining a competitive edge in today's cutthroat global marketplace. By ensuring your staff's competence is bulletproof and fully documented, you're going to deliver better quality, you'll win more contracts, and you'll pass those audits with flying colors. This product, it's the bridge to getting all of that done quickly and efficiently.
And hey, if you're still on the fence about whether these templates are going to work for your specific setup, you should know the manual comes entirely risk-free. Just like the product page states, it is backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can literally download it, review the 24 pages and all the forms, and see for yourself just how perfectly it slots into your own operations. No risk at all. And when you look at the actual investment, the entire QP 1070 package is just $49.99. I mean, think about the hourly rate of a department manager or HR director spending 2 solid weeks trying to create these forms and procedures from absolute scratch. For under $50, you bypassed all of that wasted labor and instantly download a proven professional framework. It is an incredibly cost-effective time saver for sure.
So your next step here is incredibly simple. You need to get the ISO Competence and Awareness Procedure QP 7010 today. You can find it right now over at bizmanualz.com. Just pop it in your cart, check out, and you'll have those editable Word documents sitting right on your desktop in a matter of minutes. I'm going to leave you with this one final thought. Is your team's competence fully documented for your next audit? If the answer is no, or if you're even slightly unsure, well, you now know exactly where to find the fastest, easiest solution. Go get QP 107, customize those templates, and turn your next compliance audit into an absolute walk in the park. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and happy organizing.